Grab 'em by the pussy. It's the now infamous phrase that rocked the political world. It was supposed to be the end of Donald Trump's campaign. Everyone was like, it's over now. Donald Trump came out as a rapist and a sexual assaulter. His campaign's over. It's going to come crashing, burning down. But here we are, post-election, and Donald Trump is the new president of the United States. And liberals everywhere are shitting their pants, panicking because they can't believe that the representative of their country is a so-called rapist and sexual assaulter. But the truth is that, if anything, what Donald Trump did was he brought reality to the forefront of our lives, because that is the real world. Not necessarily something as explicit as, quote, grabbing them by the pussy, but think about the 50 Shades of Grey phenomenon. Think about how women seem to have this desire for a very confident and assertive man who sort of doesn't ask for permission and he takes what he wants. There's certainly some kind of cognitive dissonance going on in America right now, and probably many other countries. So today, I wanted to maybe get a little insight into this underworld of reality. This world where women flock to the theaters to watch 50 Shades of Grey. This world where we have things like pickup artists or dating coaches, whatever you want to call them. People who are sort of pushing the envelope of what is possible in terms of male and female sexuality and interaction. So I'm joined today by Deepak. He's a dating coach and the founder of Wayne Dating Lifestyle. He's also got a YouTube channel as well with some fascinating hidden camera pickup videos. And I'll go ahead and I'll put links to all that stuff in the description below. When you heard about the whole Donald Trump grab him by the pussy thing, what did you think when you heard that? What came to your mind when you heard the media backlash demonizing him for being a so-called rapist? What came to your mind?
I mean, this is the reality. He was just telling the reality. You have to see, woman attracts towards value, so he had the value at that time. This is how I see, he was established businessman and he had the value. Yeah, the thing is, he just said it. If the woman is not charging against any molestation, then it's all fine. It's nothing happened. I did a lot of stuff with a lot of girls here. So it's if the woman is willing to do it, then it's not a problem. And this is the woman nature works also. Woman nature works like this. They submit to a dominant male. This is how it is.
I think that's what it comes down to with the whole, all the attention that they gave to Donald Trump, all the negative press, which by the way didn't work, and he is the new president, so get used to it, motherfuckers. But when he became when they went after him, I think part of the reason that the media attacked him so much, for example, the guy who was in the bus with him when they made the statement, grab him by the pussy, the guy that Trump was with, he lost his job. He got totally fucked by it. So it's funny, he lost his job, but Trump became president. So that's kind of ironic. But the point here is that I think the reason there was such a backlash is because there is sort of a collective ignorance and denial about female nature in society today, especially in America.
That's the main problem.
There's so much illusions and delusions.
And the pickup is born because of this kind of feminism.
So true.
If you go the old time, the old movies you see, in the 40s, 50s, in the American movies, the male actor is very masculine, very masculine, dominant masculine. And now you see that it's totally different, and that's the culture is changing. So if there's that masculinity is gone, and that's why guys are not getting laid, and that's why the pickup is born. So we need to learn the tricks, how to get the things done, because this is how it is.
It's crazy, and it's such a minefield. Any little wrong move. I mean, nowadays feminists are saying that just complimenting a woman on the street, they have a word for it. It's called street harassment now. You just compliment a woman, it's called street harassment. It is such a precarious situation for men. And if, like you said, if they don't know the steps, if they don't know how to go about it, if they don't know the logical way to get it done, they're gonna have a shitty time. And a lot of these men just give up, even though there are proven ways to get it done, right?
Yeah, but that's the main problem. Like, if a guy is going out, there are so much in London, I guess. Also, it's some in England they say like something like kind of rule of like if you're talking to a girl, then you can accused for street harassment or something like this. Um, and if the guy is going out, he's so scared he will not approach the girls,
Let me ask you, in
and
your experience, I mean, do you ever get, I don't know, I mean, obviously you approach a lot of girls. You go to a lot of girls and you tell them they're sexy. Probably pretty quickly you tell them that you think they're pretty. So have you ever had like backlash, like, oh, street harassment type shit?
it's not like street harassment. Sometimes the girl is like usually like I'm like I will talk a bit about what I do. Like I don't go and say directly on the face like you're sexy.
Mm,
If you're doing it, then it is like you're validating too much girl, on the
mm.
spot. And sometimes the girl don't see you, like sometimes I speak with my Indian accent, you have to understand this thing, and I say you look like sexy, so she see me as a like I'm a Indian guy, he want to have sex with me or something like that. Then it's so I go in a different way, I use more creativity. But okay, like, that's a different thing. So if I approach the girl on the street, then um, sometimes it goes wrong, but very rarely wrong in the sense the girl will the maximum girl will say that I have no interest, or you are ugly, or like get lost, something
Hmm.
like this, and then say okay, have a nice day, and you just go.
So
Or
you're not a
normally it
rapist.
is it is 1 or 2%, that's it. Like normally the girl say I have a boyfriend or I have no interest, polite
Right,
rejection the girl gives,
right,
so
right, right.
this is normally happens,
Got you, got you.
uh,
Well, yeah, I mean,
so
and I think you said earlier how like the whole pickup artist thing or the whole like dating coach industry is sort of like a reaction to feminism. It's sort of a reaction to the politically correct world where men now they need like an outlet. Now you need a coach. It's almost like now
yeah.
with it is like without someone to tell you because society has created an environment where just being a horny masculine dude who asserts his desires with women, that is such a politically incorrect thing that without someone to guide you and tell you how to do it, a lot of men just won't, or they can't, or they're afraid to. They're afraid of all the consequences. Um,
Yeah, this single, or like they stay single, or like having a like having a partner where there are no interest, though no love there, that's the thing, like unsatisfied with the dating life,
totally.
so that's like that's we have like we the one thing I also do like is optimizing, like you approach how you can approach the best way, so that you can get the best kind of you can get the probability to get the best results, so
Right.
this is something we do, optimizing the whole process, dating
Got you.
process, in
Got you. And you know what's interesting is that I think I've seen some of your videos, and like you're taking dudes who like, I think I saw one dude was like some obese dude. You had some other dude look like some nerdy Asian dude, and you're taking these guys and you're basically setting them loose on the streets, and they learn things. They learn how to get it done. They're not completely incompetent, right?
Yeah, this is like one there's a like I have a video like on the channel like this it's like a German, like a bit big
Yeah.
big German guy, he's like good job, like he's a master in physics, he's doing some physics thing he's doing, really good job, like really good studies, like, but like no girl, like he was too nice,
Mm-hmm.
so I need to bring some this this kind of bad boy attitude, but
Mm-hmm.
this behavior, a bit bad boy alpha behavior,
Yeah.
and he got it, and now he's having a girlfriend, like
So let
and
me ask you. Let me
since
ask
more
you.
than a year. Yeah.
Let me ask you. In your journey, in you know approaching God knows you probably approach hundreds of girls on the streets, at clubs, etc. In your journey, was there ever a point where it sort of clicked? You sort of had a realization, holy shit! Like it's almost like I'm capable of doing anything with a woman, and it's not so much the woman who's saying no, it's almost like it's me saying no to myself. And I have almost like infinite power to express myself and attract women, even if I just met them. Maybe not quote unquote grabbing them by the pussy, as Trump would say, but nonetheless, you are going up to a random girl, and maybe within an hour, you're already taking her back to your place and having sex with him. Was there ever a time where you were like, holy shit, this is real, this is possible, I have so much power as a man?
Yeah, like first time, in the reality, first time when I got laid from the, cold approach from the street, I was so like, happy, so I was crying,
Oh my
you know.
God. That's
So
funny.
I didn't even get orgasm at that time, that's a real story. Like it's
Right.
5 years ago, when I was
Wow.
doing this pickup stuff. So, and then it become like, when you're doing it again and again, it become normal and normal. So right
Yeah.
now, like, I have totally different realities. So right now, like, I have a girlfriend and she knows about all what I do and she's open with it. She is not making any complaints,
Mm.
she's even editing my videos with where I have sex with other girls,
Right.
so it's like that's a totally different like reality. I
Exactly.
never thought like this, when I started it. So
Of course.
this is how far you can go, like
And
um,
that's what's crazy is that like a
because
lot.
now
Yeah.
now now the girls see like I have the girls like even when I started I was not even dreaming of these girls. Like I never thought like I will be having like sex or even like talking to these girls. Now
Right.
that these kind of girls I have in my life. When I came to Germany and started 2010, I started all this pickup stuff, and I was okay, just getting an average girl, I'll be more than happy. But now like it's totally different. So
Right.
if you so this is how I say if I can get, then there is it is impossible that the other guy cannot get. It
Right.
is very possible.
Okay, man. Well, that's all pretty interesting. Guys, for the next half of this interview, we're going to talk a little bit about the product that Deepak has created. It's called the Ultimate Seduction Model. Definitely keep watching if you're interested. I'll put a link to it below. You guys can check it out in more detail if you want. But I think this is particularly important when we're talking about Trump. I've done some pickup, if that's what you want to call it, in the past before. It's fascinating. Cold approach, if that's what you want to do it. And you really learn a lot about yourself as a man. You learn about what's possible. You learn that you don't necessarily have to buy women's vaginas by taking them out to dinner and paying for every fucking dinner every goddamn night, begging for them to fucking give you some pussy. Like, it's amazing what you just using what you learn as a man and the tools, what you can go out there and do just almost as yourself. Of course, when you're thinking about the whole Trump controversy, grab him by the pussy, the more you kind of understand this stuff, I think it's pretty interesting because you kind of realize what's possible and that maybe women don't take it that personally when Trump, quote unquote, grabs them by the pussy or being really a confident, assertive man. So go ahead, Deepak, let us know a little bit about what you got.
So yeah, so like if you see the Trump thing, like what is the mechanism behind this grab him by the pussy? If you see like he has something, that attracts, that is value that attracts like girls, like we say like the status. He has the status advantage. So in when you seduce a girl, the girl attract to three things. I have seen. One is like your physical appearance. Second is your status, like one is like physical appearance, the second is status, and third is like your your charisma,
Mm,
your seduction skills. So in the Trump case, like he's not like like a really good Abercrombie model, but he has a really high status,
right.
billionaire. So that status played a role in his
Yeah.
like he can get away with these things. And in pickup, in seduction, in dating, what we do is, we try to improve our charisma, our seduction skills as much as we can,
Hmm.
so that we can get the same kind of effect. Like I don't have that Donald Trump kind of status, and majority of the guys, we guys don't have that, but we can still like get uh, very good like very high charisma, very the way we speak,
But that
the way we express.
it's interesting because that's basically what Trump was saying. He literally said, "When you're a star, they let you do it." So,
Exactly.
so yeah, that's why it's so important. He literally said it. When you're a star, they let you do it. What he literally said was, well, he mentioned one of the things you just said, status. status. He had the status, and status is a gateway to attracting women. That's one of the
Exactly.
pillars, probably. So,
Yeah, the thing is like like coming from India, like like third world country, immigrant here. So I didn't try, even if like if I speak the perfect English, then I don't have that that American accent or like British accent. So I need to a lot focus on my charismatic skills, the way I'm saying seduction skills, and if you get this thing also done in India, like you understand how it works, then you can get like uh, get you can get the girls that are like on looks level higher than you, like
right.
so I will not say like uh, like I can with this kind with seduction skill I can equalize like Donald Trump kind of status.
Mm-hmm.
It's not possible, but you still get you will be you will be having a lot of pussies.
Right.
That's the thing. In your life. That's the thing.
Okay, so
So
yeah, so that's interesting. You mentioned that. I do agree that charisma is super important, and it's so damn important that I would even say it. A lot of times, it trumps, no pun intended. It trumps status. It trumps a lot of the other things. And why do you think that is? I mean, why do you think charisma can be so powerful in the moment when you go up to a random girl in the street? Why does charisma attract her so much?
yeah, that's the good question, because the thing is like if you've seen the Western society in the Western world, like this. Like girls are now independent. Feminism is now, you have feminism. The girls are independent. They don't. The provider value of a male is gone now. That the like so if you have like good job or something like that, then it is not enough, because girl can be a lawyer and
Yep.
doctor also.
Yep.
So this is gone. So provider, you cannot impress girl with
Yep.
with a like I came to Germany. I say I was IT consultant in Volkswagen. I was saying to girl, I say like fuck you, it's not going to work. I'm IT consultant.
Yeah.
So it's
They,
not.
they they don't they don't need the money anymore. They got the own goddamn money, so they
Yes.
don't got to get on their knees and serve the cock anymore because they got their own money. Why is it? So I mean, why would charisma compensate for money? Like, why do women still crave like a charismatic guy?
So because like this the money part is gone, the provider value is gone. So they need to have something. The guy need to have something. Um, you know, like you can say like that. Give the same kind of effect. So girls are not looking for like the money, like
Hmm.
provider value. They are looking for attractive qualities.
So maybe
In the guys.
they still crave the one thing they don't have: masculine energy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Would you say that explains the whole charisma thing? I mean, maybe that's why charisma is so attractive to women because charisma is a more masculine trait. A guy who's confident, who goes out there into the world, who doesn't care what anybody thinks. Like, even if you're a working woman, that's still a lot harder for women than it is for men. You can maybe argue because men have more testosterone, so they're more aggressive. They go out there into the world. And that's something money can't buy. So no matter how rich a working woman becomes, she still can't buy that sort of masculine, charismatic stuff. Would you say maybe
Yeah,
that explains it?
exactly, yeah, exactly. So like
Okay,
and that's why like they are looking for that kind of guy, dominant
gotcha.
masculine male. And this is also like primal, it's like this is how it in the older day it was also working. Women were always submissive, and this is how it works.
Hmm.
But they just don't want to like accept it, the reality. That's the thing. They
Yeah.
don't want to accept the reality, but they look for the dominant male
Hmm.
and a dominant charismatic male, and then this is how the like the dating and pickup things are like born. So like in ultimate seduction model, like we have I have I came to like in Europe 2006, and then 2010 I started. So for me, like I have made this this system, the model, in such a way that it is very adaptive. So it's like a guy, you can be a 20-year-old guy, like a high energy kind of guy, and you can be like I'm 38, so in this age, 30, 34, 40, 50. So the system is so that I have made the system in such a way that it is understandable by the both age group, younger as
Yeah.
well as older age group. At the same time, I have gone very technical in this in the product, where I have you are approaching a girl on the street, and if you're looking for quick sex, if you want to just get laid,
Hmm.
then how you should proceed. If you just want to have sex with the girl, with this girl, then how you should proceed, how you should plan, in the whole, the process, from approach to, you're taking to one date location, and then to other date location, and from there you escalate and taking her home. How you escalate, touch her, escalate her,
Let me
and
ask you,
if you're
have
yeah.
you have any women that you've dated, have they ever kind of told you like how much they appreciated how confident and assertive and I don't want to use the word aggressive, but to harken back to Trump's grab 'em by the pussy comment, have you ever had some of these women say, "Wow, you're like the only guy I've ever met who's really confident and really assertive," and that they said they really like it and they appreciate that in you?
Of course, like this happened, yeah, a lot. One time it was also happened. I took the girl home, and she was like resisting, and then she came, we had we had a wine, then she opened up and we had sex and all. Then she was mourning the saying, I'm so happy that you took this as this, even if I was a bit resisting, you
Uh,
you take the charge and took me, and
hey, it's funny,
so
isn't it?
if you see, if I would listen to the girl, oh, no, 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 okay, we don't go,
Ah!
we don't go to our home. The girl resist a bit, but you need to take charge, you need to be the dominant male, you can push it a bit,
And
and
she
then
was thankful afterwards.
yes, of course, she was.
See, see, that's why this is so important, really. I've actually done a few videos on this like many months ago, where I think it was called "Playing Hard to Get is Rape Culture," and what I meant was that you have all these feminists saying, "Oh, it's rape culture. If a man compliments a woman on the street, that's rape culture." Well, what about when women play hard to get? They're basically putting up fake resistance to you because they want to test you,
Test.
and they want to test to see how assertive and aggressive you are. So to me, how are we supposed to say Donald Trump's a rapist and he's such a bad guy when women themselves purposely pretend to not like you in order to see if you push yourself onto them? So that's so goddamn important. And yes, well, a lot of women, they will tell you that I mean, everybody knows what playing hard to get is. We all know why women play that game. And really, playing hard to get is almost like a woman, she is blurring the lines of consent. She is purposely blurring the lines of consent to see if you as a guy is so confident and assertive in what you want that you go and you get it anyway. So that to me is just super important because we're supposed to, oh, Donald Trump is a rapist, he's such a bad guy, and all these fucking white knight male feminists on Twitter saying Trump is such a bad guy. Yeah, maybe you guys are just jealous that you never learned how to confidently assert yourselves.
That's the thing, this is you're saying is real, it's like truth, so I will say, the most important thing, it's understanding the female, first, the female mindset, the brain,
Right.
how it works, and after you understanding, and then taking action in the product, in ultimate selection model, I have broken down everything, it is essential, that is required, to seduce a girl, in cold, it is based on cold approach, we say, you are walking on the street, you see a girl, you want to approach her, and this is based on this scenarios. And cold approach, daytime, talking to a girl is one of the toughest way, it is sometimes the easy, but it is at the same time it's also very tough, because the girl is not very receptive. For example, in the club, she's like drunk. She's open
Hmm.
to talk to other guys. In the street time, daytime, the girl is a bit, reserved. They are not open to talk. So
Yeah.
there, you need to know how to, approach them. If I never say guys to for example, to go hey, you are cute, you are sexy, something like this.
Hmm.
I have in the model, ultimate selection model, I have there is a way to approach the girls in a creative way, which is like more artistic, creative way, so that it is very, very impactful. When you say the in this way, it is much more impactful than just saying you are cute or you are sexy, because they have listened it already, and hot girls, they know it, they are cute and they are sexy.
Hmm.
So so this is something you have, like some more technically explained. And the second is a lot of guys wanted to have a girlfriend, you know and some guys, they are like, they want to have lot of sex. And some guys, many in my coaching also, I will say like 80% guys are happy if they have a girlfriend. So the system I have developed, it is so adaptive. Yeah, if you are looking for a girlfriend, then how you should proceed to, like, if you see a girl and you want to have a just want to see the girl again, then how you should escalate the girl, more very technically, fine detail. I have explained, how much, either we said, like, if you're going for sex, then you have to escalate more sexually. If you're going for for a girlfriend, boyfriend girlfriend kind of frame, then you have to um, escalate, a bit romantically. You have to take that interaction to the a bit romantical direction. So
Right.
how you can mix both kind of escalation, sexual as well as romantic, this is, I have explained it when very clearly in ultimate selection model. And once you understand it, it's become so easy. It's just you have it's a whole blueprint, very clear cut, and it's just you need to then practice it on in the field.
Hmm.
And this is is inside in the ultimate selection model. Everything is very clear cut,
Right.
explained, with graphs and all. you know
So it's super technical.
yeah, it's technical, but it's like it brings result.
Right.
It's like you can say, the seduction is more like, people say, it's natural game, it's just natural, but you see, um everything is you need to have a structure. You need to
Hmm.
have a structure, but you need to have a mindset, we say, like inner game, the mindset you need to have. If I'm like right now we are doing this, for example, somebody's opening a company, some making company, somebody's doing a business, then he need to have a structure in the business.
Right.
And plus he need to have a mindset to get the success in the business. So if you're approaching a girl and if just have the mindset, if you have no structure, you don't know what you're doing. It's just, you say, oh, it's just I was just feeling happy,
Right.
freedom of outcome, and you are not going to get the result. You have the mindset, but here, like in ultimate selection model, you have the the mindset as well as the clear cut structure, how you should proceed. You know exactly what you are doing, and you
Right.
also know exactly what went wrong also. If you
Hmm.
understand the whole system, you clearly know what is going wrong, so you should focus on improving the mistake and then proceed further.
It's interesting. One of the things that you mentioned earlier was Donald Trump's status and how he even said himself, when you're a star, they let you do it. And I think that's true sometimes. I think if women know that you're like this really, powerful dude with a lot of wealth, a lot of them would just be ready to spread their legs for you right on the spot. Like it just happens. But not every guy has $10 billion in his bank account. Not every guy is the next president of the United States. So I'm curious, like for example, there's always going to be some women who reject you. There's always going to be some women who don't like you. I'm curious, how's it been for you in your journey, or more specifically, I mean, what is your advice from the product that you offer, the Ultimate Seduction Model? What do you think about rejection? What do you have to say to men who are worried about women rejecting you?
Yeah, this is, I would like to say, if one thing you have to understand, like, it just rejections means nothing. And as a male, as a masculine male, you are always like, you are the higher value guy. The women are always like, I will say a bit lower. So if a woman rejects me, I don't feel any, I don't feel bad, because I know that my value is high. That's like inner game mindset.
Hmm.
Like guys, you should need to have like, stop putting this like woman on pedestal, like,
Yeah.
you're higher value male, the women are always equal or lower value woman. You have to see it like this. It's an inner game. The second is also like there are like millions of women
Yep.
all over the world to to approach. And at the end, like, if you're looking for a girlfriend, you need to have like one girl with whom you are like, spending time.
Hmm.
So nothing to worry about. There are a lot of women, like plenty of
Right.
fish, a lot of women. And now, like, there are still people like, afraid of rejection. They think like, it's bad or something like that. So in ultimate seduction model, like, i have uh, I have like, explained everything about this thing, like even like, approach anxiety in the starting. I have gone very technical, about the, I explained you about the escalation, but in the, for like, for the guys who are afraid of rejections or, afraid of, approaching girls, then I have covered that's the whole topic, whole big topic, about like, dealing with approach anxiety.
Hmm.
And to and the main thing is like, in seduction you need to improve your odds. So how you can improve your odds? So so like, the way you approach the girls, so, there are like different ways to approach girls. So I have created my own way, like, after like, years of going out, getting rejected, optimizing what is the best way works, the best way works. So I have explained it clearly. So like, um, when you're going out, after like, understand what is inside the product, you and getting it, when you're going out, you're approaching, then your odds of like, getting rejection will be very much, reduced. They're like, there is nothing like, you will be like 100% rejection proof method, but your probability of getting success are really high.
Hmm.
So after like the understanding the concept in the product,
Right.
your odds of getting the success are very, very high. So it is like, you're like getting less rejected, and you will have that confidence also. Sometimes when you get the idea, everything, then you get the confidence, and that
Right.
will also help you. Yeah.
Totally. So, one thing I want to ask you about was your YouTube channel because you got a bunch of videos on your YouTube channel, and
Yeah.
they're really interesting because it's almost like a social experiment, but it's kind of not really a social experiment. You have like these hidden camera pickup videos where you kind of record yourself documenting. I think it lends a lot of credibility to what you do. I'm definitely going to put the link to your channel below, guys. You guys can definitely check it out because it really shows you what this dude is capable of. I mean, he's going up to random girls. He's talking to them on the spot. They're already developing chemistry very early on, it seems. He's getting numbers. He's pulling them back to rooms. I think he had a threesome one time with some girls or some crazy shit like that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so definitely check out his YouTube channel because it does kind of like it's like whoa, like this stuff is possible, and it really is possible. I mean, I've told a couple stories in podcasts before, some of the stuff that I've done, and it's amazing what's possible. It's amazing what's possible when you know your power and when you understand female psychology and that a lot of times these girls want you to be that confident, assertive guy.
Yeah, and like, in the channel, like, it is like, I have done it multiple time consistently. Like, that's the main thing. It's not like one time luck, and we film in the, in camera, and and that's it. Like, we have like proven it multiple times,
Right.
again and again and again. And one thing also, like, in our channel, like, we have like, series of like, like we already have like approach to taking girl home, but we have shown beyond like approach to taking girl home, and after sex keeping the girl in life, and that is also consistently multiple times. So this is like, for the guys who are looking for girlfriend. So the system is not like getting quick sex. The system is also work if you want to keep the girls in your life.
Totally.
You know, this is all like all available in the channel, like people can see, and in the product they will clearly understand how the things work. You know,
Gotcha.
explained very clearly.
All right, Deepak. Well, it was definitely cool talking to you, man. I think this is a crazy time we live in where the current president of the United States is a certified pussy grabber, and he won, so no one can say anything. Guys, definitely click the link below to take you right to his site. You can check out the Ultimate Seduction model. So yeah, Deepak, before we go, man, maybe you just want to let people know a little bit more about your product.
So yeah, like the product is online, and we have a special offer right now. So you can check out the in the description, and it's a uh, risk-free money-back guarantee offer. You can check it out, and it's nothing to lose, and you will definitely love it. And one thing is that um, go out and take action. This is really important. This product is also based on taking action.
Yeah.
So if you are taking action and understanding the concept, it will definitely will help you. And in the product page, I have my personal story, and I have explained everything also there also, and that you can also check. You can also listen to it and see it, and yeah.
Yeah, totally, guys. Actually, I was actually looking at the video for like the first 5 minutes or so. It's actually pretty interesting to hear your story, to hear where you came from. It sort of just gives a sort of humanization to it all. And I think every guy has his own journey that he goes through when it comes to women, when it comes to finding out what he's capable of in life. So it's definitely helpful. So yeah, again, guys, check out the link below to take you right to his site. And all right, Deepak, man, it was nice talking to you. We'll keep in touch, man.
Okay, take care.